Alright, today we're getting this transmission out of here. Did get the passenger axle out, like I said. It should come out of the socket for you, but for me it was kind of seized, so I had to take it out from the mounting bolts and wiggle it out. It's a bit of a pain, but it's doable. Then you can pull out the driver's side axle, make sure you have the catch pan there, well regulated. And then I started on the transmission mounts, starting with the one in front of the starter so I could get it off later. I broke it down a little too much. You can just go ahead and take it out from the sides. I don't know why I did all that. Then you get the cross member out. It's only about 3 volts, not counting the transmission mount. With the cross member out of the way, you can start taking the mount out from the transmission itself. It's also just going to be 3 bolts. Once you get those out, you can go ahead and reassemble it. I put it back on the cross member off screen, and then I went for the mount behind the motor. I have the most amazing setup getting these bolts out. There's 3 of them, 2 on top and 1 on the side you're going to have to get from underneath the car. But the setup I was working with to get them out is amazing. 2 wobble sockets with 3 extensions.
Oh,
Peak.
yeah.
I'm going to save the last mount for after I get all the bell housing bolts out, but with that said, I'm going for the bell housing now, using my great 2 wobble socket setup. Had to get the nuts off of those first and get rid of the ground wires, and then once you get the mount off, you can go ahead and move to the other bell housing bolts around. Don't forget the starter too. At this point though, I did forget to get the torque converter bolts, which were such a pain. It took me almost a day and a half of straight trying, and then I gave up and came back with fresh eyes, and it went so much smoother. Remember guys, fresh eyes will either save lives or a lot of fucking time. That being said, with the torque converter bolts out, I just had 2 bell housing bolts left, although I forgot about one till after I tried to drop it. With almost all the transmission bell housing bolts out, I went for the last transmission mount, and it went pretty smoothly. It didn't have a lot of strength on the one bolt, but that one had all of the force on it. It did drop easy. I was worried that the mount would get caught, but the last bolt caught it, which reminded me to grab the 2 wires I said I would get in a different video on the driver's side of the transmission. Although it did save me on the plugs, it also hurt because I kind of warped and bent the hell out of the flex plate, but that's a problem for future.
Boy, I do not envy that guy.
But it's out, so
Deuces.